This is Smiles TV. Welcome to Smiles TV. I'm your host, Stephanie Anthony Miles, and thank you for tuning in to another broadcast. We have a dynamic show for you today. We'll be talking with Dr. Ian Buchanan, and he is founder and CEO of the Nia Education Group. You don't want to miss this broadcast. Remember, Jesus Christ was born of a virgin. He was crucified and buried, and he rose on the third day. Confess with your mouth that Jesus is Lord. Believe in your heart that God has raised him from the dead, and thou shalt be saved. Stay tuned for more Smiles. When you visit Big Mama's in East St. Louis, Illinois, located at 5900 St. Clair Avenue, you will need a fork and a bib. Big Mama's is known for their barbecue, cakes, excellent service, and giving back to the community. Call in, eat in, drive through, carry out, order for your office. You can call Big Mama's at 618-398-8950 or visit 5900 St. Clair Avenue in East St. Louis, Illinois. Welcome back to Smiles TV. I'm sitting here with Dr. Ian Buchanan. But before you get an opportunity to meet him, let me tell you a little bit about Dr. Ian Buchanan. Dr. Ian Buchanan, a native of East St. Louis, Illinois, has been an educator for almost 3 decades. He is a board member of the I Am East St. Louis Foundation and CEO and founder of the Nia Education Group, the consulting firm dedicated to helping others become their greatest leadership selves. Dr. Buchanan has served in a variety of positions. For example, he has been Assistant Superintendent of Curriculum and Instruction for the School District of University City. He's also served as a high school mathematics teacher, a GED teacher, an ACT instructor, college admissions officer, and a National Science Foundation Fellow. Dr. Buchanan has even been a principal as well as an assistant principal and a Teach for America managing director. He's been a college admissions officer and has received numerous awards and recognitions, including the MASSP Consummate Professional of the Year Award, the St. Louis American Salute to Excellence in Education Award, and the Teach for America Principal of the Year Award. He is highly regarded around the country for his passion and commitment to empowering our communities. Ian has been married for more than 2 decades to his wife Carmen, and they have 1 child named Nia. Now, here is Dr. Ian Buchanan. Ian, may I call you Ian?
Please do. That's what my mama named me, so please do that.
Thank you so much for coming to Smiles TV.
I'm so excited to have this conversation with you, and it's so good to reconnect with you again.
You know what? We were talking and we were trying to remember from where we knew one another, and it came to us, and it was Harris Stowe.
Absolutely.
Now Harris Stowe State University.
Absolutely, yes. So I was in the admissions office, and you were doing your thing in communications. I was a young professional. I think that might have been my first or second professional job, actually. And so it was good to see a fellow East St. Louisan doing her leadership thing at a major university in our community. So yeah, good to reconnect.
It is good to reconnect with you. And
Yes.
now you are doing something. You have started something called the Nia Foundation.
Yes.
Tell us, first of all, what does Nia mean?
Yeah, so for those who may not be familiar with the term, so Nia is a Kiswahili term which has its origins in the Kwanzaa, is one of the 7 principles of Kwanzaa. And Nia basically means purpose. And so Nia Education Group is a purpose-driven organization designed to make great leaders great. And we focus on really 2 platforms. One is the executive coaching piece, and then the other is the consultant. So one is a place where we look at our clients as the experts, and we build capacity of the clients. And then the other, the consultant piece, is where we leverage our expertise to make leaders and organizations, to help them become as effective and as empowered as they possibly can be.
Okay, and a little bit later, we're going to elaborate even more on that.
Absolutely.
But I want people to get a little bit of insight into who you are. Tell us a little bit more about your history. We talked about Harris Stowe, so we know you were there. But what led you on your path to where you are now?
Yeah, so So, born and raised, in East St. Louis, Illinois, 747 North 24th Street,
Okay.
5400 Rosemont, and 3726 Converse.
Wow.
And so those are the places that kind of nurtured me. And so I was under the leadership of Mr. Elliot McKinney at Dunbar Elementary, and he really laid the groundwork for me. And so all of my life I didn't realize the term back then, but the term now, I call myself, I'm a blurred, I'm a black nerd. And so I've always been about the academics. I was a high achiever in school. And so what happened in high school, because I was decent in mathematics, I was steered towards engineering. What a lot of folks didn't know was that I was actually much better in English than I was in mathematics. And so I eventually pursued a degree in industrial engineering from the University of Missouri-Columbia. Myself and several of my high school classmates went on to Mizzou. I was fortunate enough to receive a full academic scholarship. But once I got there, I encountered a lot of difficulty. And one of the things that I realized, honestly, was this whole issue around the separate but equal, us being in our own insulated communities has benefits. But once I got to Mizzou, I realized that in many ways, we were totally underprepared for the rigors of engineering. And it was damaging to the self-esteem, to the ego, because I was used to being on top. And so my friends and I, we struggled mightily. But as I was along the path, I had a chance through my fraternity, I had a chance to work with 4 black boys being a tutor. Once I had that click, and once I had that opportunity to work with those boys, I understood that my passion was more about education and teaching and building the capacity of the next generation. And so I became an educator. And so I started off teaching math from pre-algebra through pre-calculus, became a school leader, all kinds of things in the education field since then.
You know what? I'm going to take you back because you mentioned Mr. McKinney.
Oh, yeah.
From Dunbar.
Yes.
Elementary school. And a lot of people may say, well, elementary school. But, people call Dunbar Elementary School a university.
So when I came an elementary principal, that is who I wanted to be. And one of the things that Mr. McKinney told us was not the best, the very best. And so if you walk to any kid that I've ever touched, if you say not the best, they know to say the very best. And so he planted a seed in me that made me want to be excellent, gave me the confidence to know that I could be excellent and I could thrive in any environment. And so he still is very much a part of my life today. Even though we don't talk regularly, I still communicate with him through his son, Elliot McKinney Jr., who was a classmate of mine. And so I still have a tremendous amount of respect for him. And he was who I wanted to be like as an elementary principal.
And those are such precious years. When children are coming in, we have the opportunity to help shape their minds and their destiny like no other time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's just an excellent thing. My mom was an elementary school teacher, Bertha Anthony. Okay. And she and Mr. McKinney are good friends. They go way, they went way back. My mom passed in 2015. Yeah. But I noticed something on your LinkedIn, and it says anti-racist. Why did you feel it important to post that?
Yeah, because I heard somebody say racism is not the shark, it's the water. And so it is the environment in which we live. And so we have to be really willing to confront racism, especially in educational circles, because so many times we want to demonize poor communities around achievement and things like that, and we want to talk about all these pathologies, but it's really the system that's broken. It's not the people that are broken. And so until we challenge racism and call it out, we will continue to be on this path where you have differentiated performances. And so I'm going to call it out. I work for myself. I don't have a boss. So I can say what I want to say.
That's right. Give us a few moments. We want to take a quick break, but we're going to come back and talk a little bit more about the Nia Education Foundation.
Sounds great.
Don't go away. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with Dr. Ian Buchanan.
Hi, my name is Sterling Moody. I'm the owner of Neighbors Market, 1005 North 15th Street, on the Echo Jazz building across from Emerson Park Metrolink stop. We have fresh barbecue Friday and Saturdays. We have Sunday through Saturday, open from 7 to 7. Look forward to seeing you in the store.
for an insured and bonded residential or commercial contractor? On Time Contracting, owned by Ollie McDowell, is just a phone call away. On Time Contracting operates with the utmost integrity and quantities to complete your project right on time. Residential or commercial, exterior or interior, roofing, siding, flooring, you name it. If you want your project completed for the price quoted and at the time quoted, contact On Time Contracting. Good, quality, professional work guaranteed to be completed on time. Call 618-567-3591. No project is too large or too small. On Time Contracting. Call On Time Contracting today. IDEX Media does a lot. From IDEX Photography to IDEX Films. We help create forever memories and forever impressions. Imagination, image a world. IDEX Media.
Awesome sauce.
Welcome back to Smiles TV. I'm sitting here with Dr. Ian Buchanan, and he has some great stories to tell you. And we're going to talk about his organization, the Nia Education Group.
Nia Education Group, honestly, the vision is, so I'm a big fan of hip hop culture, and I'm a big fan of Tupac. And one of the things that he said is, to paraphrase, I may not change the world, but I guarantee you I will touch the brain of the one who will. And so that really is the driving force behind our organization. We know that we may not necessarily be the one that's going to change the world, but we know that through the work that we do, we will be the catalyst to inspiring change to some outstanding leaders. And that's really what our work is about. In terms of our vision, we call it the Million Minds Movement. And so our goal is to touch 1 million minds before we decide to drop the mic and walk away from the work. And we is a combination of myself, my wife, Carmen Buchanan, who's also a lifelong educator, and also my daughter, Nia, who is a 7-year educator as well.
And I found it unique that your daughter's name is Nia.
Yeah. So what's interesting about that is that myself and probably 3 or 4 of my other buddies, we all have daughters named Nia, and we're all committed to ensuring that our daughters commit to just keeping the legacy going. And so my brother T. Herbert Jeffrey has a daughter named Nia. My brother Gerald Nave has a daughter named Nia. And so we all are just committed to ensuring that our children can continue this legacy.
Excellent. Let me ask you this. So does your organization assist male and female?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. So executive coaching is what we call agnostic. Anybody can grow from executive coaching. Right now, in terms of the folks that I support around 12 African-American men who are either superintendents, executive directors, principals, assistant principals, even outside of the field of education. And I also coach about 7 African-American women as well who are in those places. We are not necessarily concerned about gender. We know gender matters. However, we're just trying to do this work.
Okay.
We're just trying to do the work.
So you keep speaking of executive coaching, and that's what your organization is about. Give us a clear definition, if you will. What is coaching?
Coaching is a process to help people become greater than they thought they could ever possibly be. It is about capacity building. We help you look in the mirror to see your strengths. We help you see what we call your self-saboteurs, the way that you exhibit self-limiting behaviors and mindsets that stand in your way. We help you set goals that are important to you. And we just help you, and it's not about the personal or the professional, it is about the combination of both. And so if you're in a stuck place, if you're looking for work-life balance, if you're looking for fulfillment, if you're looking for that next job, our job is to help you reach that goal and help you understand that you have everything that you need inside of you to be your greatest self.
So if you will, briefly, take me on a journey of being coached.
Yep.
Let's say I come to you, Stephanie needs coaching. What's the process like?
Yeah, so the first part is really to gauge current reality. Where are you in your personal and or professional world, and what does success look like for you in the next 3, 6, 9 months, year, 2 years, 5 years? So the first part is, again, to gauge that current reality. The second part is to say, what are the strengths, what are the leadership superpowers that I have that really empower me to be great? Because sometimes, many of us have seen when Michael Jordan does this, when he hit those 6 3-pointers, sometimes when we're in our great zone, we don't see it. So part of the purpose of my coaching methodology is to help you see yourself in the mirror, to kind of remove the fog so you can see your greatness. Then the other part is to say, especially as black and brown leaders, we have some self-saboteurs. We have this negative self-talk that says, I don't know if I should be in this space. I don't know if I should talk up. I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if my hair is right. I don't know if my suit is right. I don't know if my clothing is right. I don't know if my comportment is right. I don't know if my diction is right. And so we help you see the ways that you actually stand in your own way. And then we help you set goals and kill them.
Wow, that's excellent. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
So, in your journey, what has been some of your greatest accomplishments? What are some of the things that you cherish the most that you have accomplished in your lifetime?
So I am a big a fan of Bayard Rustin. And a lot of people don't know who Bayard Rustin was. Bayard Rustin is the juice, is the strategist behind the civil rights movement. He was Martin Luther King's kind of right hand, but people didn't know who he was because he was a strategist. At one time, he was called the world's most brilliant strategist. And so my passion is to be the number 2. To be the person that's making the number 1 great. And so when I think about some of the accomplishments I have, it's not about me, but it's about some of the people who have actually been able to continue to shine. And so I've had the honor of working along great people such as Miss Brittany Packnett, who was just happened to be featured on Skip Gates' show about knowing your roots on PBS. Dr. Sharonica Hardin-Bartley, who was just very recently named one of the top 5 superintendents to watch in the country. And so I'm more passionate about seeing other people be great. I think the other thing is just being a father. I was a 21-year-old dad, not really understanding what it meant to be a father. So to be a father is one of the things that I think is one of my greatest accomplishments, along with helping other people become great. I would just say one other thing is, I'm a writer, but I'm kind of not a writer. And so the fact that I was able to write a 196-page dissertation, I'm super proud about.
Oh, my goodness. So
Yeah.
what was your dissertation on?
Yeah. So my dissertation was really about what we call intersectionality. So it's the intersectionality of hip-hop culture, how we define black masculinity, and how those schooling experiences of black and brown boys can be enhanced by high-quality teachers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Your work is so needed, especially in our community. And it's when I went to school, my major was radio, TV production. But I always wanted to produce for other people. My jobs ended up being public relations. So like you, I was always in a place to try to uplift the other and shine
Exactly
a light
right.
on other people.
Exactly
So I
right.
understand that heart and that feeling that you have in that regard.
Yeah.
So you have a book that you're writing, or you have a book that's almost out.
Yes, so hopefully it'll be out very soon. The book is entitled King, a 4-step approach for educational leaders, specifically black male leaders. And really, so King stands for knowing the king within. You can't really support others and help others if you're not very clear about who you are. The next piece, I inspire greatness in others for collective impact. So what we mean by that is, it's okay to make folks great and help people great, but make sure you have a common purpose. Then the other piece is navigate to the north. And what we mean by that is have a North Star, have a moral compass that guides your decisions, your work. And then the other one is gravitate towards the great, or gravitate to the great. Surround yourself by people who can make you better. I call that iron sharpens iron. As a biblical person, you're definitely familiar with that scripture.
Yes, sir.
And so that really is what the book is about. So I'm excited. It's been a labor of love for the last 4 or 5 years. I've been working and putting it down, working and putting it down. But like my mom says, we plan and God plans. So I think it's all in his time.
Well, you know, I wish we could talk forever. My time is kind of running out. However, I do want you to share some lasting thoughts, especially to the young men. Our young men get a bad rap, and there are some individuals who have deserved the titles that they're given, but not all of our men are like that, and all of our little boys are not, you know, in a bad way. So if you will, give some lasting words of encouragement and inspiration for our young boys and men coming up.
So I think one of the lessons that I've learned very recently, so I just walked away from a $160,000 job to do my own thing. And there were some people who were close to me that didn't believe in me. Some were vocal haters, some were silent haters. And one of the things that I really learned is if you have a vision, if you have a passion, then you go for it. And if people call you crazy or they don't believe in you, then use that energy to challenge and to channel more positivity. And so I just really want to encourage our young brothers to follow your path. But like the rapper Nas says, he says, I never sleep because sleep is the cousin of death. And so we have to really be committed to putting the time in when others are not. And so I do believe in working hard, living out your passion, and shaking off the haters.
Wow, and I know I said we were going to wrap it up, but I want you to also speak to the young women.
Oh yeah. Sisters, don't believe all of the negatives that society is telling you. When you talk to most of our African American women who are leaders, their journey is incredible, and it's almost like, I can't believe you made it to this point based on all that you went through. And I just want to tell the sisters that all that you go through is not in vain. It's just really setting you up to be the great person that you are. And just don't let those self-saboteurs consume you. Write your own script, be your own leader.
That is excellent. If people want to make contact with you, how can they do that?
NiaEducationGroup.org. Folks can contact me through the website. There's a link where you can contact me. You can also contact me through all of the normal social media outlets, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter.
Is there anything else that we have not discussed that you want to make sure our audience gets a chance to hear?
I just want to just pay homage to all of those who have laid the groundwork before me. Specifically want to give a shout out to my city, East St. Louis, Illinois, 89 blocks.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Absolutely,
for
my
coming
pleasure.
to Smiles. Will you come back?
Yes, ma'am, absolutely.
Okay, so we're going to try to make that work. This is Dr. Ian Buchanan with the best organization that we can think of in the world that is helping to encourage our youth and older people as well. He's a great coach. Get in contact with Ian Buchanan from the Nia Education Group. Thank you again. Well, we're coming to the end of another Smiles Television Talk Show. And by the grace of God, our territory is being extended. And you know what? We need your assistance. Contact me, Stephanie Anthony Miles, at 618-741-3770. We're looking for sponsors. If you want a commercial, if you want to sponsor a broadcast, just give us a call or send an email to SmilesTV777@gmail.com. Remember, only what you do for Christ will last, and Jesus is the Lord. The Lord be magnified.
Looking for an insured and bonded residential or commercial contractor? On Time Contracting, owned by Ali McDowell, is just a phone call away. On Time Contracting operates with the utmost integrity and quantities to complete your project right on time. Residential or commercial, exterior or interior, roofing, siding, flooring, you name it. If you want your project completed for the price quoted and at the time quoted, contact On Time Contracting. Good, quality, professional work guaranteed to be completed on time. Call 618-567-3591. No project is too large or too small. On Time Contracting. Call On Time Contracting today.
Welcome to Southwestern Illinois College, more commonly called SWIC. There's a campus near you. SWIC campuses are in Belleville, East St. Louis at the East St. Louis Higher Education Center, the Sam Wolf Granite City campus, and the Red Bud campus. There are even available classes online. If you take a look at SWIC's Adult Education and Literacy Department along with SWIC's Workforce Equity Initiative program, you're bound to find a fit for you. Certifications are available in highway construction, transportation distribution, and logistics, warehouse forklift safety, welding, unarmed security officer certifications are available, practical nursing assistant, and phlebotomy. Are you in need of high school equivalency classes? English as a second language classes? Sounds like a lot of money to you, right? Well, you might be surprised to find that many programs and courses are free and financial aid available for those who qualify. The Financial Aid Office is available to assist you. One last thing, SWIC's Adult Education and Literacy Department, along with SWIC's Workforce Equity Initiative Program, works diligently to prepare you for employment. SWIC's Student Services Department was created for you, and it is available to help you. Let SWIC help you to chart your path in the right direction. It's your time. Take a step. Move forward with SWIC. For additional information, call 618-235-2700. 618-235-2700.
My name is Sterling Moody. I'm the owner of Neighbors Market, 1005 North 15th Street, on the Echo Jazz building across from Emerson Park Metrolink stop. We have fresh barbecue Friday and Saturdays. We have Sunday through Saturday, open from 7 to 7. Look forward to seeing you in the store.
The Smiles Television Talk Show wants to showcase your business, organization, church, and activities. If you have an interest in being a guest on Smiles Television Talk Show, or if you have any show ideas, contact Stephanie Anthony Miles at smilestv777@gmail.com. You may also call 618-741-3770. Tell your friends to subscribe to the Smiles YouTube channel. Let Smiles TV increase your reach. Remember, you look better with smiles. IDEX Media does a lot. From IDEX Photography to IDEX Films. We help create forever memories and forever impressions. Image a nation, image a world. IDEX Media.
Awesome sauce. Yeah, baby.